What makes me love you this way? Oh, and what makes our love grow each day? What makes the sun shine so bright? It's you, 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 you. Who tells the flowers when to grow? Oh, and who melts away the winter snow? Whose love for me will always soar?
Dad,
It's you.
I'll be in a minute. Granddad. Oh, Granddad.
You all right?
Stupid man! Look what you made me do! Look at my bike!
Wait a second, it was you who was riding recklessly, not me.
Dora Daydreamy, Dad used to call her. Always with her nose in a book. Always forgetting things. Never on time. He used to say to her, "You'd be late for your own funeral."
Yeah, how many is that?
Right, that's 11. Well, a tanner each, that's over 5 bob.
Yeah. It's a bob each, it's over 10 bob. In fact, it's nearly 11.
Well, you think the Lomax is going to pay a bob?
No, but that's the first rule in selling. You can always come down, you can't go up.
Another pint.
You ready then?
Oh, you're going to have one?
Well, I'll have half then.
Oh, give him a half.
It all happened so quick. I didn't even have time to...
I know, Dad.
Gina's gone to Paris with her fancy man.
Oh, she got there at last.
As far as I know.
There was another sister, wasn't there?
Aye. Vera. Haven't seen her for years.
Yeah.
Thanks, Al. Our anniversary next weekend. I was due to take her back to Skegness, where we first met. Have to cancel it now.
I'm sorry. John?
Sir?
I don't know how he's going to manage. He loved her.
The only person my dad's ever loved's himself.
Barbara Lomax. I'm sorry to hear
Thanks.
about... It's Phil. Philip Bellamy.
Hello.
You were Mr. McCready's favourite. Always getting top marks. I just got a clip round here.
Ashford Grammar.
Well, you look great. You haven't changed a bit.
That's the army for you. Everything to our Vera.
Apart from the few specific requests I mentioned, yes.
What about this house?
Well, as part of your late wife's estate...
It goes to Vera. So you could say my sister's now my dad's landlady.
Well, of course, she could decide to sell the property.
Oh, dear.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Am I?
Gentlemen, please.
I haven't got time for this. I've got a business to run.
Miss Lomax? Vera? Hello, my name's Jackie Bradley. I'm your mother's solicitor and the executor of her will. You were told that she'd passed away. I'm so sorry.
Remember this? First thing I remember. I'd fallen down steps at playground. Must have been about 2, 3. And she picked me up. And she held me. And rocked me. And she said everything was gonna be all right. She were wearing this.
She used to wear it all the time when we were little. She wanted to give it to a jumble sale one year.
We wouldn't let her, would we?
We look happy, don't we?
Just smiling for camera. Taking Mum for granted all those years.
He didn't.
And then she does this. I wonder why she left it to Vera, though.
No idea.
Did you see his face? Wish she had a camera. Maybe she will turf him out. Let him see what it feels like to be pushed around.
You'll find there's 11 in all. Yeah, you can have her for 10 bob.
7 and 6.
Yeah, you're a hard man, Mr. Lomax. Go on, I'll take 9.
7 and 6.
It cost me more than that for the shot.
Take it or leave it.
Come on. All right, Mr. Lomax, you've beaten me. I'll take the 7 and a tanner.
I thought you might. Well, what do you think?
He's fabulous, thank you.
So long as you're happy. He's a beauty. Well, it should be. Price I paid for him.
Well, how much do tamens cost, then?
That one cost more than all your lot put together.
Really?
Receipt, new stair carpet. 1929. Velvet curtains, 1930. Gas cooker. Oh! You all right?
I'm fine.
Treasure. Bet your £5 is more receipts.
Sixpence change. Thank you very much. Fine. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like to have a word with you about rabbits.
Well, we've only got the one that your friend seems to be very interested in. A nice animal, good temperament.
I'm sure it is. I don't mean white ones, though. How much are black ones?
Well, depends on the breed. I mean, well, you could be looking at paying as much as...
No, I don't want to buy one. I want to sell some.
Oh, well, we only deal with accredited breeders. But I'd be very interested. As I say, we're a bit short of stock at the minute. Yeah, what sort are they?
Black ones. Yeah, but they're very, very rare. I've just started breeding. Well, the rabbits have, but I have to be there. Right, I'll be back.
Right.
David, put it down. Can't afford it.
Afternoon. PC's Bradley and Bellamy. Hello there.
Barbara.
Better come in.
Must have been quite a shock. Make you a cup of tea?
We haven't touched anything. Good. Over there, in that box.
Don, have you got 5 minutes to come down to the station?
Well, I don't know.
Sergeant Craddock would like to have a word.
I believe your daughter telephoned you earlier.
I told her to call you.
But you didn't go home yourself.
And shut up shop. There was nothing I could do.
Quite.
I just can't take it in.
How long have you lived in the house, Mr. Lomax?
All my married life. It was a wedding present from my wife's parents.
And that was how long ago?
42 years next Saturday. This thing, how old is it, do you know?
The forensic people are working on it at the moment.
I can't believe it.
Yes. Nasty thing to have in your attic. A skeleton.
How'd it go in there?
I didn't seem to know anything.
It's an old story. Some lass goes out with a local lad, gets into trouble, doesn't want to tell her mother, so she has a baby in the garden shed. Who's to know? And she has the problem of what to do with it. Poor kid.
And that's what happened, is it?
I've seen it before.
Right. First thing tomorrow, I want you to trace all previous owners of the Lomax house.
How far back?
60 years, 70?
Skeleton could be any age.
Well, fortunately, Ventress, the forensic people will aim for a greater degree of scientific accuracy than appears to satisfy you.
Well, mother could be dead herself by now. That was a very old lady who spent the best part of her life trying to put it all behind her.
So you think we should just ignore it?
Well,
that baby was a person, Ventress. Same as you and me.
Well, it could have been stillborn.
Yes. And it could have been murdered.
Thanks. So relieved to be out of the house. You can't imagine the atmosphere. 7 days ago, I was on Salisbury Plain, on manoeuvres with my unit, everything A-OK. Then my mum dies of a heart attack. My sister could put my dad out on the street, and we find a skeleton in the attic. Dodging bullets is a doddle compared to this. To staying alive.
To old friends.
Fair enough. Old friends.
I can't believe you're real.
Pinch me if you like.
Do you know, the day you left school, playground was littered with broken hearts.
Give over.
Mine especially.
You're having me on.
You didn't even remember me.
I never forgot you. You were the spotty one, with the jug ears and the scuff shoes.
You think I should send her some chocolates?
You want to sweeten her up?
Oh, flowers. What do you think?
Rather you, I'd save your cash. Better still, put it on a horse.
So you like her then?
I've felt like this about someone since the fourth form at school. To be exact, since she didn't turn up after the Christmas holidays. I know it's early days, but I really think this could be really special.
There we are, Miss Passmore. I'll put it on your account.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Haven't you fetched that beef through yet?
I thought I'd just finished this order.
I don't pay you to think.
I just can't get it out of my head, Dad. All the years we spent in that house.
Well, try not to dwell on it, eh? The police will sort it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm off to see our Vera.
Why?
I want to find out what her plans are.
Well, don't go begging on my account.
Okay.
Oh, go on then. It's your idea. I only came for the laugh.
Here they come again. Catch us if you can. Time to get a move on. We were young with all of our life. Catch us if you can. Catch us if you can. Catch us if you can. Catch us if you can.
You got more chance than knitting fog.
Any progress with previous occupants of the Lomax house, Bellamy?
Yes, Sarge. A couple went to live in Halifax near their daughter. Mrs. died during the war and Mr. just after.
And the daughter?
Well, I'm working on it.
Then work a bit faster, PC Bellamy.
Yes, Sarge.
Procrastination is the thief of time.
Indeed, Sarge.
There was a girl I knew who left school early. Kathy, her name was. She was very pretty. She went to live with her auntie.
What?
This girl I'm telling you about, Kathy, from school, who left early. Said her auntie lived in Bridlington. First we knew about the baby, it was 4 months old.
Barbara wasn't like that.
No. Neither was Kathy.
You're not going to throw him out, are you? He's lived there over 40 years. I don't understand you. When we were kids, you were all over him. I won't let you do it. You're wasting your time.
Hello, Vera. My name's Mike. I just wondered if I could ask you a couple of questions. Well, if that's all right with you. I'm sure your sister's already told you about the baby. In the attic. The skeleton. I was just wondering if you might know anything. Anything at all that might help us with our inquiries.
You'll not get an answer. Vera doesn't speak, do you, love?
The boys could see me now.
They'd think, why is he wasting his time with that old crock?
You're not an old crock.
Thank you.
You know, I got you a Christmas present that year.
Did you?
I was going to give it you at a school hop.
What was it?
Big box of chocolates. When you didn't show, I thought I'd give them to you when we were back at school.
Only I never went back.
Well, I ate them in the end.
Well, I'm pleased you didn't keep them till now.
What happened? Eh? Why did you leave?
Well, my auntie was poorly and she needed help looking after her kiddies.
From round here, is she, your auntie?
Lived in Bridlington.
Right. Bridlington.
Evening, Vera. Time for...
This woman's been shut away for over 12 years. Now she's out there on her own and vulnerable. You know the procedure?
Yes, Sarge.
I'll check the railways and bus stations, Sarge.
Right.
You think the baby could be hers, Sarge?
Take one thing at a time, shall we? Concentrate on finding her first.
You're raving mad. This is never going to work.
Hey, where are you going?
See if I can see some paint drying. This is far too exciting for me.
That's right. A list of all babies born in the Bridlington area in 1954. I appreciate it's difficult, but I need to know.
Yes! Wasted myself, am I?
Mr. Greengrass. You're looking pleased with yourself.
Oh, I am.
What, only one? We should have got a ferret.
Oh, no. Come in. Fancy a sandwich?
Just advice.
I'm going then.
Well, say you had a friend and you knew they were a good person, but you knew something about them. Something that they didn't want you to know. What I'm saying is, say you knew something and they didn't know that you knew it, but if they did know that you knew, they might not like it. What would you do?
Can you run that past me one more time?
Okay. Say you knew something about Jackie that might possibly have bearing, only possibly have bearing on a case, then...
Well, I'd ask her. Well, I'm not saying that I'd necessarily get a straight answer, of course.
But you'd ask her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, David. Here, here's 10 bob. And you know who you want? Black hair dye.
Are you really going to try it out on me?
Of course. If it don't hurt you, it won't hurt the rabbits, will it? Well, go on.
It's full of women.
Ladies' hairdressers usually are.
Won't they stare at me?
Probably. But don't worry, they'll soon look away again. Oh, go on, or you get my boot up your backside.
If you haven't cancelled Skegness yet, Grandad, I could come with you, you know.
Oh, you don't want to go wasting your time on an old man like me?
I wouldn't be wasting my time.
Now then, Gunga Din. Let's see what you look like. I better clean you up before you frighten the dog. It seemed to have worked all right on the air. Let's hope it works on the rabbits.
He's a bit brown behind the ears.
That's because it's a feature of the breed.
What breed's that, then?
Don't you know?
No.
No, well, they're what they call an Indonesian rough black. As I said, they're very, very rare.
I don't think I've heard of them.
No, well, it just shows you how rare they are, don't it?
Oh, come on, rabbit.
How do I look?
Fine.
I don't have to go out, you know.
Your mother would want you to enjoy yourself.
What's this about a weekend away?
Well, Felicity and I...
You planning to shut up shop or what?
No, I thought you could.
No, I bet you did. And how do you know I'd not made arrangements to go away for the weekend?
Because you'd have asked.
Oh, what, like you did?
Tom?
No, don't Tom me. I've had enough of the way he takes me for granted.
So what are you going to do about it? Nothing.
Dad?
Just like he did nothing when his wife ran off with a fancy man. Because he's got the backbone of a jellyfish.
Well, you can forget taking Felicity with you, because I'm not allowing it. And I'm warning you, I've had a bellyful.
Hello, Phil. How's your steak?
Fine.
More potato?
No. Thank you.
I think I might.
It's on the
Something I
phone.
don't think... After you.
Well, made a phone call earlier today to a mother and baby home in Bridlington.
I see.
You want to tell me about it?
Do I have a choice?
Hello, Dad.
I went to a party. I drank too much. I got caught. I don't even remember who the father was. She was a lovely baby. Head full of dark hair. I held her that tight, they said I were going to smother her. But I hadn't I never realised I'd love her so much. We stayed there 6 weeks. They insisted on it, in case you changed your mind. But how could I keep her? I was 14. My mum and dad had told me exactly what I had to do. So, when the 6 weeks were up, I handed her over.
Who to?
The Adoption Society. I'm sure you'll be able to check on it. Thanks for the meal, eh?
Ho!
Vera. Over on the sofa where I can see you. Just do it!
Best do as she says, love.
What's this about?
She really doesn't know.
Know what?
That's good.
What are you talking about?
But I think it's about time she did, don't you, Dad? She's a big girl now.
Will someone mind telling me what's going on?
Do you remember the time? Oh, you must have been about 8 years old. When they locked me in the room for all those months.
What, when you had TB?
TB? Oh, sit down. Now, if you're both sitting comfortably, I'll begin. Once upon a time. Well, this isn't a fairy story, is it, Dad?
Boy meets girl, kiss, fall in love. I've seen it on the movies. So simple. I just keep getting it wrong.
But Phil, when the right woman comes along...
She is the right woman. But, I just messed up.
Hey, Oscar, here's another pound of shandy for David, and I'll have another large scotch.
Well, you robbed a bank, Greengrass.
No, we're celebrating, aren't we, Mr. Greengrass?
Really? What mucky tricks has he been up to this time, David?
That, Oscar, is for us to know and you to wish you did.
Please.
Barbara.
Do you have any rooms?
Oh, there we are.
The bathroom is down the hall on the right. If you need anything, just give me a shout.
Thanks. You cold?
Not really. I just can't stop shaking.
Shh. I'll take care of you now.
First, a skeleton in the attic. Second, a woman disappears from a mental hospital. Third, a fire. There's something about this family. And I want us to find out what it is. Do I make myself clear?
Sarge.
Yeah. Right, I got a couple more for you here, and I got another half dozen on the truck. Go and get them, David.
Unfortunately, well, as far as you're concerned, I always give my new stock a bit of a shampoo, especially if the source is suspect. Your Indonesian rough black magically turned into a North Yorkshire wild brown. I think I'll have me money back.
Good morning, Miss Lomax. Thank you for coming to speak to us. Mrs. Bradley?
We're investigating the fire at your father's house last night. Fortunately, a neighbour raised the alarm. Your father wasn't hurt, and there was only minimal damage done to the property. However, it does look like the fire was started deliberately. Perhaps there's something you could tell us? We understand from Mr. Lomax that you visited him yesterday, and the two of you had words.
Would a pen and paper help?
It was my father.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's obvious he didn't want Vera to have the house, so he burns it down out of spite.
But your father was asleep when the fire started.
That's what he says, is it?
Takes some nerve, wouldn't it? Starting a fire like that and staying indoors? Don't think I could do it. Could you, PC Bradley?
No, Sarge.
Was he ever in any danger?
Fire is always dangerous.
Suffer any burns?
No.
Do yourself a favour, Sergeant Craddock. Don't underestimate my father.
It was my son.
Oh, yes.
He threatened me last night. You don't have to take my word for it. Ask that young man of yours outside.
Bellamy, Sarge, he was at the house, had a date with the daughter.
He heard him. Told me I'd better watch out.
But your son has an alibi, Mr. Lomax. His daughter couldn't sleep, so he stayed up talking with her.
Says who? Her or him? Well, if it weren't Tom, it'll be Vera.
Why would she have set fire to her own property?
Because I told her last night I'm contesting the will.
You don't seem terribly fond of your children, Mr. Lomax. Tell me, have you got anything against the third one?
It was me.
Would you mind repeating that?
Certainly, Sergeant. I started the fire.
keep them, then?
Don't talk daft. We'll have to knock them on the head.
Why?
Well, they're only good for meat now, aren't they?
I've got to know them. They're almost like family.
If your family were out like these, you'd have a lot more brothers and sisters.
What do you mean?
Doesn't your mother ever tell you anything?
Do you believe her?
Not for 1 minute.
Barbara, about last night. I'm sorry. In the restaurant.
Oh, that.
I didn't mean to offend. It's just
You
that...
don't need to explain. You're a copper. The job comes first.
Can I see you again?
I don't think so.
Well, that's the lot, then. Well, I'll do it, then.
If you have to.
Do you want to help?
No, just let them go forth and multiply.
Run, rabbit, run, run, run. Don't give the farmer his fun. He'll get by without his rabbit farm. So run, rabbit, run, run.
Sometimes I think it'd been better if I'd never been born.
Who'd have been there to look out for me?
That's not what you used to think.
I know different now.
When I told the doctors you were expecting, you said that day you wanted me dead.
I'm so sorry.
I just didn't want you to go through the same as me.
I know that now.
All right, Vera. They're saying it were you that started the fire. What, it's true?
I wanted to kill Dad.
You what?
He made me tell me Mum it was a boy I met at a dance. She was that mad with me. The minute it were born, they took it away from me. Didn't even tell me if it were a girl or a boy.
The baby in the attic. It was our Vera's. Do you remember the time she was shut away and they told us she had TB?
You're joking.
I was so chuffed the day that I could have a room of my own. I must have been 13. Same age as Felicity is now. He even did it up for me. Let me choose the paper myself.
I made a drink.
No, listen.
The night after I moved in, you were at Scouts.
I was asleep. Go on, Vera. Tell him.
Came into the room and sat on the edge of the bed. Pa, you look grand, he said. Said the same thing every week. You look grand.
What are you saying?
The baby. It was Dad's. Tom, no! Tom?
I gave in to her. She said she'd always wanted to go to Skegness.
Felicity.
They're catching the 1:15. Get the police.
Please, the train goes at 1:15. You've got to stop him.
Sorry, mate. Well, I'll be moved in a minute.
sorry I took so long.
Plenty of time. Here it is. All set then?
Yeah.
My, you look grand.
Steady on.
Mr. Lomax?